CUCS began in 1979 as a program of Columbia University and was initially called Columbia University Community Services. Its original purpose was to increase the knowledge base in the human services on the particular needs of single, disenfranchised, poor people. In 1993, CUCS became an independent nonprofit to expand both direct services to homeless and low-income people and our training program more broadly into the human services field. Our focus is on rebuilding the lives of homeless and disadvantaged individuals and families. We are working to develop more affordable housing for homeless and marginally housed people, strengthen and expand our psychiatric and healthcare services, build upon our work in the New York State prison system, which has national implications for individuals being released from incarceration. And we want to build upon our job training and employment assistance services. Accomplishing this requires funding for initial capitalization for purchasing properties and financial support for our direct service, training, and technical assistance programs. Our organization is uniquely robust. We have a broad array of housing and direct service programs throughout New York City, a well-regarded national training and technical assistance program, and a highly active research and evaluation department with a track record of generating and publishing very practical and useful work for the broader human services field. Program design and evaluations that emphasize continuous quality improvement and a long-standing emphasis on measurable outcomes have been central to our work for many years. We recruit highly qualified staff who are passionate about the work and then train them to work smart, too. This, coupled with a low staff turnover and a dedicated and diverse board of directors, gives us significant organizational strength. Our metrics for success include the number of housing placements made by our street outreach team, the rate of housing retention and stability of formerly homeless individuals and families across programs, the number and type of staff trainings, the numbers served by our national training program. We have dashboards quantifying our mental health programming and employment assistance programs, dashboards quantifying and monetizing our community-based assistance services, staff turnover, and surveys of staff and client satisfaction. People who are acquainted but not completely familiar with CUCS sometimes see us as an organization that helps the homeless. While we're proud of the depth and array of housing and support services we have for homeless people, over the years our reach has developed well beyond these services. We now also provide services in the criminal justice system, services for veterans, psychiatric and primary health care to low-income individuals. This wide breadth of direct services is complemented by our research and program evaluation and a very substantial national training and technical assistance program. CUCS has won numerous prestigious awards, including the inaugural New York Times Excellence Award for Sustained Impact. This reflects our years of accomplishments in community services and overall management. CUCS is also very proud of our role as the lead support agency for the Manhattan Street Outreach Consortium, which has reduced street homelessness by 39% in New York City since 2008. Our Housing Resource Center is New York City's only centralized database for the public about the availability of affordable housing and support services. The center responds to 15,000 inquiries annually. We also launched the Academy for Justice Informed Practice. The Academy, which trains 1,400 people annually, assists staff from community-based mental health and alternative to incarceration and reentry programs to develop their skills to work with people with mental illness in these circumstances. And CUCS has built over 250 units of permanent housing for low-income families and individuals. When CUCS was a program at Columbia University from 1979 to 1993, we didn't have our own administrative infrastructure or board of directors, and we were prohibited from making solicitations from individuals or foundations. When we were incorporated and spun off as the Center for Urban Community Services, we started with one government contract as our sole source of funds. Essentially, we were starting from scratch, even though we had several direct service programs in place. As an independent organization, we initially focused on expanding government-funded services and developing an infrastructure, such as an accounting department and personnel policies, and assembling a board of directors. It was years later that we began raising funds from foundations and individuals. In short, we lost many years of building our visibility and developing relationships with the private and philanthropic giving community. With additional resources, we would reach more people through an expansion of what we are doing now, namely develop more affordable housing and support services for homeless and disadvantaged people. We would expand the reach of our psychiatric and primary health care services and train more staff from organizations around the nation, in person and through developing web-based trainings with an even broader array of curriculum. We would expand our employment assistance services to complement our community-based services, and if given general operating support, we would address important infrastructure needs. CUCS operates several single stops or walk-in centers where people from the community come to get help. Our staff are experts and highly effective. For instance, in accessing benefits such as Medicaid and food stamps and linking people to legal services. Because we work in very poor communities, many of the people we see are unemployed. While we can help them access public assistance and other benefits, including unemployment insurance, we'd also like to fill the void of providing employment assistance. Additionally, CUC has a service, the Career Network, at our supportive housing sites that has impressive outcomes helping people with multiple barriers to employment get and maintain jobs. While this has given us experience providing employment-based supports, we'd also like to make this service available to tenants residing in other supportive housing settings operated by other organizations throughout New York City.